What? 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone and welcome back to 4 Pixels. Cuckoo is here with Rosh and Saku and we are continuing Ace Attorney investigations.
Oh.
Hello. Everyone looks super serious. Look at them all.
Everyone's ready to
Not a
beat up
smile
the old
among
man.
them. Yeah.
So, what is this interesting thing you wanted to show me?
Muck cookie. The trump card and the videotape. These two pieces of evidence together make for the ultimate hand. Man, I'm really curious as to what happens if you don't show them. And this is where the real meaning behind Detective Bad's words will be realized. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
What you see here is security footage shot just before the KG-8 murder occurred. From this footage we know that the card is a directives card from the smuggling ring. This is the section that proves the card was used to relay an order. As you can see, Mr. Kochan is holding the card in his right hand.
I would absolutely have got that wrong because I would assume that was like a given.
Yeah.
Me too.
That's why I hesitated. I was like, but there's really nothing else here.
Yeah.
I see. The killer is indeed holding a card with the exact same design. But that card and the one you have, just because they look the same doesn't mean that they are, does it now?
But there's a very easy way for me to prove they are, in fact, one and the same. All we have to do is simply take a look at this. According to Detective Bad, Ambassador Alba's directive card bears the mark of a three-legged raven. Or in other words, a Yatagarasu. I suppose this mark was the inspiration for their group's name, the Yatagarasu. A section of the text has been obscured by blood, but it's clear the writing is Kodopian. According to Detective Bad, silence CCU is what is written here, along with the method to be used and where she lived. The evil intent displayed in this writing will not go unpunished. This dark red blood, yes, this is your proof. Proof that the orders on this card were played out in that terrible tragedy. The blood belonged to the victim of the KG-8 incident. Her throat was severed by a paper cut.
Oof.
If you have no objections, then I'd like for you to take a look at this next piece of footage. The car that passed by in front of the victim's apartment building. It's an official Kodopian government car.
What?
Detective Gumshoe, if you could please magnify the footage on that TV that's not used for this stuff. The area of footage directly links to the smuggling ring with Kodopia. The shape of this pocket and the director's card in it. It tells us without a doubt this person in this car is Mr. Kochan. The license plate on the car was also captured by the security camera. And with it we can easily find out who was sitting in this car on the day 10 years ago. Which is why I can say with confidence that you were right on the day.
I love the laceration sound effect from Trauma Center.
Doctor.
There it
Whoa.
is.
You've done well, boy, to make it this far. However, about your claim that I was riding in the car at the time, that's going to be mighty difficult to prove.
Is that a Lego on your shoulder?
Yes.
Okay. How so?
The Principality of Codopia no longer exists. So, naturally, our records from that time period also no longer exist. That's how we do things.
Hey Coco, is this the bit that pisses you off?
I mean,
Could
I had
it
it.
be this?
It starts here. It starts here. That's not. I had completely forgotten about that, but yes, that does bother me quite a bit.
It has begun. That arrogance. What he really means is he's already erased all traces of them.
Are we finished here, boy?
Whoa, shiny. Sorry, I was momentarily dazed. The only weapon I have left to me now is the piece of footage.
I will say at least his theme song is pretty good.
Yeah, he's laughing. Sounds it would be out of place in like Secret Mana.
Mm-hmm.
It's very Monarch on the Shore.
Oh
Yeah, it is. But what the? Ambassador Alba.
Yes. What is it?
This are this, shiny thing, and that are that. You were once an army man in the service of Codopia.
Wow, sis, he really turns like caveman brain around shiny things, huh?
Like shiny
Yes,
things.
he does that.
It was you who made many missions you participated in successes, correct?
Why the sudden backhanded praises, boy?
So I'm sorry, but that like sparkle like on the main medallion is so close to his nipple that it distracts me every single time.
Nipple sparkles! He's
Oh.
actually got 5 nipples.
Oh,
That's
God.
why.
Although, to be sure, the brilliant medals on my breast were awarded to me during the era of Codopia. But now I am the only one who owns this particular medal. Just put my neck on the guillotine.
In that case, the only person it could be who is sitting in this car is you.
That's you're the only one who has that you need cookie.
How do you
Do not
figure
elbow
that?
bump me. We are not friends.
Eh? Eh?
Although it's too no. By the metal captured here in this footage. Metal. It is clearly the same exact metal as the one on your chest. Right beneath your shiny head.
What?
Is his skin blowing off? This is like the end of the Black Cauldron. This is how it will be, but I won't look back. For this is the path that I have chosen.
I did not mean to do that. You've moved me with your devotion to this case, Mr. Edgeworth.
Why is he taking such an arrogant stance with me? Stop playing with your own nipple, thank you.
Eh? It's almost looking possible, isn't it?
Do you have to fiddle with something?
Yes, I do. For the lot of you to have come this far. It looks like I just might lose our little game this time.
Might lose the game this time. You don't get another round, Mr. Ambassador.
Is that a fact? Very well, I've decided to confess and admit my guilt. You're going to confess?
You never played a game like this, Francisca. You know he's gonna be a piece of shit.
And I will accept whatever punishments that may come as a result.
What the?
Regarding the Damas II murder, I admit it. I did it out of self-defense.
You're claiming it was justified self-defense.
Damas II attacked me, and I felt that my life was in danger. If I hadn't done what I did, I might be the one you found dead instead of him.
What a pathetic performance!
I'm not giving you one.
Nobody asked you to.
Wow, you two really know how to laugh at inappropriate times.
If you stop it, if you wish to claim it was justified self-defense, then we will need some evidence.
It's always the evidence with you, isn't it? But if that's what you require,
He's a lawyer.
I'll provide it.
You were the one banging on about evidence earlier.
That man left a mark on me when he attacked.
God, are we gonna see it?
Please don't. What?
I don't particularly want to show it off, but this is proof that it was in self-defense. I'm an old man, and sometimes I don't pay enough attention when I should. But the Master II didn't have a single weapon on his body.
Sis, that's a love bite.
Hold on. It's nothing to get worked up over, because I hid the weapon. You hid it? I'm sorry, but as you know, a murder is a murder, even if it's in self-defense. And I couldn't let it become public, seeing as how I am an ambassador. This is the weapon you seek. My special bonsai trimming shears. Ooh, it's covered in blood. He was trembling quite badly during our struggle. But that's when he grabbed the shears that were sitting in my office and attacked. So you see, it was an act of self-defense. Is he right, Mr. Edgeworth?
And since he has both a wound and the weapon caused it, it's enough to declare it so.
No way! Oh, which reminds me, I guess there is still one more accusation I need to resolve. Smuggling and counterfeiting. Unfortunately, all of that is my secretary's doing. I had no knowledge it was going on.
Stop spewing nonsense! You're trying to throw my investigation under the bus in your desperation! If you want to get real honest, everything in this case can be connected to you.
The murder of the Master II was done in self-defense. Hence my trials, no man escapes his crime alive. Perhaps so, if you were my opponent in court. However, there is one very important fact that I think you may have forgotten.
And what is that?
No, that's what you mean. Extraterritoriality.
I'm so glad they didn't make me say that.
And this is where I begin screaming in my head.
No! This
Even
is
though
it.
the sound of it is something quite atrocious.
From now on, we have to try extra hard to make good memories for Coco.
That's right. This embassy sits on what is effectively Alabastian soil. So any trial that is to be held will be held in Alabast. Therefore, the crime I just admitted to will never be tried in your courts.
Agent Lang, what is Interpol's stance on this?
So bullshit, let me tell ya. Agents investigate. That's our job. The judgment of people who have confessed to their crime. That's the court's job.
And I've already confessed to all of my crimes, Agent Lang. Furthermore, by the very nature of my position, I have full extraterritorial rights. These rights are effective even on your country's soil. Therefore, no matter where a crime may take place, I will never stand trial in one of your courts.
That arrogance. And your expression. That's nothing like the face of someone who is ready to accept the consequences. Okay, I've got to pull the thing back a bit. You know those like little egg creatures in Secret of Mana?
Yeah.
Doesn't his really pointy nose make you think of those?
Yeah, like the ones that like turn into birds then. Yeah. They look like they have like a little bonnet on when they're hopping around.
That's them. Been bothering me since he stood up like this. Don't tell me you have your own country's judicial system eating right out of your hands.
These crimes you all speak of so seriously of. To me, this has all been nothing more than a game. You may chase me out of this embassy with your accusations, but it's no big deal. Alabast has numerous other embassies in other countries around the world, and not a single one of them will raise an eyebrow at an international scandal. All you would accomplish is you would change the backdrop of our little game.
These 2 layers of protection that I hate this. Extraterritorially provides him to reality. This is why he is one of those who cannot be brought to court. Screw you, Alba.
You see now, don't you? I live in a whole different world than you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go and fetch your eviction papers.
Is there nothing we can do? Ah. Oh my god! This is so awful.
Alright, so like, I want to wait to see how the entire thing plays out since, again, I played this like 15 years ago, so I may be remembering things incorrectly, or maybe I just didn't fully understand, so I'm just gonna give a little bit about this whole situation. Now, first I'm gonna preface this by saying that I don't think it's a bad thing if these games aren't accurate to how things are conducted in real life. They never are. I I'm sure that the creators don't intend them to be, because otherwise these games would be leaving your DS on for hours on end while other people do their work, and then probably being a bigot and not caring about morality when you actually go to court. I think it's dumb when people complain that this is not how they actually works. I just want to preface that, because then me talking about this would be me being a hypocrite. But my biggest issue with this is how much it gets dragged out. And the whole thing about extraterritorial rights is actually correct. I think it's more often referred to as diplomatic immunity or consular immunity, depending on what rank you are. And so if a crime is committed in an embassy, then the country who that embassy belongs to does sort of have the rights of taking over the trials, and any diplomats that are in international, like in other countries, they do have diplomatic immunity. That is a thing. But the reason they get that is so that they can go ahead and do all their duties in that country without having to worry about that country manipulating factors in their favor. And the big thing about this, I guess, so far that's an issue is that while they cannot be tried in court, if the evidence is found, and especially in this case, if there's any sort of admission of guilt, then that's going to be known internationally. And if the country in question does not punish the person when they come back, they're going to be in a shitload of trouble.
Yeah. Oh my god, so interesting. Wow.
I was having a little bit of trouble there.
I'm glad it wasn't just me who
It was dealing with all the bullshit as well. No, I think the
it was like, oh
problem
god,
with this,
I can't handle
I think
myself.
the problem with this is, in particular, that like all the other stuff is just like it's so over the top, like it's so patently like not how it is. But there's enough of this that's like true that the fact that it's glaringly omitting something makes it a bit harder to stomach.
Yeah, actually, that does sort of make sense. It's like either go all the way or don't.
Yeah, that's right. Just, yeah, don't be a half-assed crazy thing. I don't have the words, but yes.
March 15 to 11 a.m. Theatrum Neutralis lobby.
Can't believe it, sir. Extraterritoriality.
Yes, I can't say that word. And there is nothing we can really do about that. In the end, we didn't have enough authority to bring him to justice.
I can't believe that even though we know he's the boss, we can't lay a finger on him.
I know.
Mr. Prosecutor, sorry to skip out on you, but I've got some business to take care of.
That's cool, Knuckles. We'll see you back here later.
If we can't even give an evil guy like him a slap on the wrist, then what the heck were laws created for? What good are they? If the law can't help us, then I'll go ask the Yatagarasu and take care of this myself.
Don't you dare.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry, that was a bit too harsh. I know that.
I know how you feel, sir. We're trying to take on an ambassador after all. And he did tell us earlier to get out of the theatre. This is kind of their country, I guess. But I feel like I've been slapped across the face for just doing my job.
What am I going to do? Should I retreat for now and formulate a better plan of attack?
Come on, everyone. We can't give up yet.
Okay.
I want you to think about something for a sec. We've never let up even a second, and as long as we don't stop investigating, We might find the rotten treasure hidden here.
She's
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth.
Ow. Punched me in the leg. But you're right, Kay. Very well, let us reopen the investigation and see what we can find. Come on, Kay.
Right behind you.
Okay, I'll go check out Babel a bit more, sir.
And I have something that I need to investigate further in Alabast.
You know, even though I'm about to be kicked out of there, I'm just going to sit down and dare them to come close.
Now then. She's so scary. Before I gather any more information, I have housekeeping. And Gumshoe isn't here for me to throw all my rubbish up.
He
I'll
just
just
stuffed
throw
it
them
under
all
the
over
table.
the floor. Passion flowers data erased.
So I know that's the data, like he just took a note that the passion flowers are there, he didn't actually have them with him. I like to believe that he's been carrying them about, and then like at the end of this he's just like, well, I'm just
Meh.
gonna... And then he just
Throw
like
them out.
grinds them under his heel and leaves them there so that when the ambassador walks back through, he has to look at them.
Yes, I like this.
Crushes them and spits on them. Like Miss Trunchbull in Matilda.
Ah!
I sense there's something he doesn't want us to investigate. Really? Wow. Glaringly good logic there.
I wonder why.
There are two special circumstances that surround the ambassador.
One, he's a dick. Sorry.
I don't know the other. There are three special circumstances. One, he's a dick. Second, the embassy itself has interterritorial rights. Extraterritorial rights. If something happens on Alabastian soil, we are unable to legally prosecute him.
Cool. It sounds like embassies are the perfect place to steal whatever you want. Oh wait, I'm Japanifornian.
And murder Damask second, run the smuggling operation and make counterfeit bills, apparently.
But I think all the counterfeiting was done by Mr. Cochin in Babel.
Yes, he apparently used the embassy's coupon press to do it. But it's the same story over there anyway. Babel also has extraterritorial rights. Which brings me to my next point, the ambassador's extraterritorial rights. Those rights are effective even in our own country.
Really?
No matter what happens, he can never be tried in our courts. He retains some very special rights indeed. Basically, no matter what wrongs he may commit, we can't bring him to trial here.
So I guess we really don't stand a chance, do we?
We might stand a chance if we can somehow nullify. Renounce your throne as ambassador.
Yeah. We've come too far to give up. We must expose and batter Alba's misdeeds, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, of course.
And we've got to find a way to steal the truth and get it out there. For my father's sake.
Yes, and we will. The reason for Ambassador Alba's nervousness must still be somewhat. Furthermore, I need to pin down exactly what happened in here. I'll start by thoroughly examining this room for any information I can find.
Mr. Edgeworth, if you don't pay attention, Ambassador Alba is gonna get away.
Yes, I know.
Now hurry up and do that swing thing you always do.
You're not supposed to see me do that.
I mean, you do
I have
it
no
all the
idea what
time,
you're
right
talking about.
You do it right in front of us.
I didn't.
What? You don't? Oh, come on, you know what I'm talking about. That thing you do.
I really try not to do it. Wait, are you talking about logic?
Yes, that's it! So hurry up and let's
Oh,
swing already!
Okay,
I
yes.
love that they legit treat it as a superpower, like, in universe.
Yes.
It's so good.
Do that thing you do! A headache with pictures!
An idea? Yeah!
To be honest, it's been a bit hard to connect everything up until now just by looking.
Idea.
However, I should be able to piece things together if I take in my leads. Perhaps now is the time to use logic and reason my way to the truth. Logic I may have, but understanding syntax I do not.
Any of this new? I don't think it will be.
I've been picking flowers, maybe daisies.
No.
Up the road. Don't you think some flowers, pretty daisies, might relieve the gloom?
I do. Flowers were sent by a variety of people and businesses to celebrate the Goodwill event. There's some here from Mrs. Lovett. Even the Steel Samurai received some flowers from the...
There are so many bouquets here. It's like a wedding ceremony.
I believe the flowers for those are for slightly different reasons.
What do you mean? This event was supposed to be like a wedding between Alabasta and Babel, right?
Actually, I believe they are more in a state of divorce.
Okay then, this event was supposed to be their remarriage ceremony.
I suppose you could call it that. I wonder who that picture is really of. Ah. This was taken just before the two ambassadors gave their bouquets to the Steel Samurai. Wait, is it just my imagination? Or is there something in this picture that I've seen before?
Is it Manny
Coach? Also, none of these people can see. They've all got their eyes closed or a mask on. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking crap.
I can't believe he was pretending to be a harmless old grandpa. Talk about deceptive.
I don't suppose anyone expected him to change that drastically.
I bet he's thinking of something evil behind that cheery smile.
Okay, please try to remain calm and focused and on the here and now.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry I got all worked up there. Well, the only way we're going to be able to steal the truth is if we keep on investigating. Mr. Paleno has a really great smile, don't you think? I bet he was really happy that they were going to become Kodapi again.
Perhaps, but instead he became the greatest victim in today's case.
Oh, he didn't get fucking killed.
He's the greatest victim.
Just like
In
shoving your
today's
mask a
case.
second under the table.
With the passion flowers you go. An ambassador like him, who is always thinking of his country, is really to be admired.
Yeah, although this happened, I hope they'll be able to reunite the country someday.
I hope so as well. But for that to happen, we need to solve this case first. We need to see to it that those who would harm the new Kodopia are locked away.
And we will.
Damn straight. There's that troublemaker, standing there smack in the center making two peace signs.
God, I hate him.
Wow, the Steel Samurai stands out even more than the two ambassadors in this picture. Oh hey, the person playing the Steel Samurai is one of your, friends, right?
No, I have no idea who he is.
Wait, but you just said he. You knew which gender he was, so you must know him, right?
I beg that you please refrain from talking about that person with me ever again. It's okay to get rid of people who are toxic in your life, Edgeworth. It appears to be a bouquet of Persian cyclamens and roses. Is that right?
I think so.
And roses.
Wow, you even know the exact species?
Yeah, I just don't know how to say it. It's here in the script, but you know.
I never would have figured you for an expert on flowers.
I had to learn. My husband only knows. That's just not enough. It's all because of those flowers the old lady sends me every month. Just look at me, I sound like some sort of botanist.
Nothing wrong with that,
Yeah, what's your problem with botanists, Edgeworth?
right?
So, what exactly is this yellow flower here?
That one? I'm not sure.
What? You don't know?
As far as I can recall, I've never seen a flower like this before. But I feel as though I've seen this shape somewhere before. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Yes. You're so clever, Coco.
Oops. Not clever enough to hit the right buttons.
I shouldn't have put you on the spot like that, praising your intelligence. Marble's national symbol is the butterfly, and alabaster is the flower. It would appear that someone is employing the old hide a tree in a trick.
What are you mumbling to yourself now? Wait, what? The handle on this knife! Oh!
Yes, it's the handle that was supposed to be on the blade that killed Mr. Kochan. The weapon that killed him was carried through the Theatrum Neutralis, in the very bouquet Ambassador Alba was carrying.
And with that, we will end this episode right here. Thank you folks for joining us, and see you next time.
Bye-bye.